welcome everyone. It's been a while since I spoke to the camera or to you, but I'm gonna do it again because I had a thought that I wanted to share. So, this thing that I wanted to talk about was the topic of guilt and the fact that you don't need to justify your actions to anyone, anywhere, ever. And this insight reoccurred to me. It's something that I've been playing with and experimenting with for I think 2 or 3 years, since the moment that I realized that guilt played such a big role in my life, and that I had been living and acting and interacting with people mainly based off guilt patterns, and doing whatever people want you to do or expect you to do in order to avoid them feeling any kind of pain or rejection. And recently, there has been a situation in my life where a person strongly judged me and blamed me for things that I haven't even done yet, but am going to do. And it's quite a big thing to explain, and I also want to give this person their privacy, so I will not go into what exactly happened there. But essentially, they feel like I should talk to them, and like I should tend to specific needs of theirs, and my whole system just says that it is not a wise thing to do. There is no genuine impulse inside of me that wants to go there and talk to them, nor do I feel like it would be helpful for them to do so in any way. So actually, it's very clear what it is that I want and what this person is going to do. But there is still some hesitation because of this guilt inside of me, because the person also made it very clear that they would be deeply hurt if, and that they think I'm responsible for their pain or well-being, and that there will be consequences, and that our relationship will not be able to proceed, and blah blah blah. There's a whole range of possible outcomes, and then when I'm considering how to answer this person, I feel the need to explain myself and even over-explain that this is how I feel, and that they treat me in a way that I don't want to be treated, that they project things onto me that are unreal, unfair, and that are very trauma-based. And all these things I could say, but I know that I shouldn't, and that it's not necessary. And actually the only thing that is valuable to them and to me to express is just the boundary. Like, no, this doesn't feel right, so I'm not going to do it. And the only thing that will take me out of the guilt trip of feeling responsible for their emotions and for even their trauma and solving it is to just set the boundary and then leave them to themselves, because that's the only thing that is healthy and necessary for them, to tend to themselves and look into themselves and meet themselves, and maybe even fall on their faces and really be deeply hurt and realize that it is not me who has hurt them, or that I could never, ever, ever in any universe fulfill the gap that is inside of them that they're trying to make me fill. So yeah, even explaining or justifying the boundaries you set can sometimes perpetuate cycles of guilt. And that is something that I am now becoming more aware of, and it will, something that I will apply more strongly this awareness that I can just say whatever I feel like and do whatever I feel like, and that it actually always comes from a place of love and care towards the other person as well, to just be the way you are and be truthful, and thereby give them authentic mirroring and not perpetuate the unhealthy relationship patterns that play out between us. There's one more thing that I intended to share about this. That it's painful to see other people in pain, and especially if you're aware of the fact that they are suffering deeply and have suffered deeply, it's very hard to set these rough boundaries. And I myself experience deep fear of being too harsh, and too direct and too honest in a way that is just brutal and in the face, and will break down such a big part of their expectations that it forces them to go into a trauma. So there is a fear of provoking pain, and provoking exactly these pains that you know are there, that are very deep, that you even feel that they're avoiding constantly. And then the question is, like, when they're actually there and they're forced to go into it and forced to face themselves, what is my role? Because provoking something, by being honest and giving a mirror and just delivering truth as it is for me, yeah, I think the most trusting thing to do is sometimes to leave them to themselves in such scenarios, and to trust that they can handle it, or that they cannot handle it, and then that will also be okay in the long run, or that pain is okay. I guess that's the main thing, to trust that even in that awkward and painful situation, that's just what life is, and there is no need to run away from it, nor is there any need to necessarily dig into it deeply and try to fix it or create resolve. It's just what it is. And I shouldn't hold back from sharing anything just because it's provocative. So yeah, Shambho, have a nice day.